big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers.
Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Got it. 52, Mike, 52. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. He's got a first down past the 30. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 38-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Watch the screen.
Here's second and 8. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. A big play there for the Dolphins. 47 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now a throw out to his fullback. It's complete, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now Drake. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
They'll try and run with Harris. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
19, 26. Just like that.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On second and 10, Rodgers. He finds Taylor, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. On first down, Rodgers looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
I got you, Pop.
Rodgers now on first down. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Don't get nervous. My 52, my 52.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, he's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention, but sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. A give running right, Drake. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He's going to rifle one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 33 yards that time. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? 8, read. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hurry, hurry. Step.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
8 yards. 30 base.
Second and 2 at the 3-yard line.
Big grip.
On second down now, it's Drake, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Dolphins 21, Bills nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And an alley to run. Sheds off the tackle. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On 1st down, Costello. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's short. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the route is on here in this first half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Check 52 with the mic.
Rodgers going to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Zoom. Back north. Hey, high 7.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers, complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he's taken down inside the 30.
We play to win. Let's go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Hey, 88. Hey, Haywood.
Rodgers now on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Anthony Averett picks it, stays on his feet. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's into the clear. 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. That will tie the all-time mark. You cannot go further, folks. 109 yards on the kick return as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Escaping the pressure right. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers again now. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Dolphins 49, Bills 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. This is Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Over. Gun. 52. Mike 52. Watch the screen. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Scan 300. Scan 300.
On first down, it's Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Mike 52. Not today. Yeah, Liz. Showing it. Yeah, Liz. Crunch.
On second and 15 now. Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line.
Hey, pick 26.
They'll run with Taylor. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
On the ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a first down carry for Harris. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
60 Pittsburgh.
First down.
On first down, Drake. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter, you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Running, it's Drake. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
26.
52's the mic.
Mike 52.
They'll toss it out to Carson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey, we're going to do it.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On play action, Rodgers. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Wilkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
52's the mic.
Go.
Here's Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, Zoo. Mike 52. White left.
Long day. That's going to be a long day.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down again.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coach.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he'll buy some time right. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run with Drake. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack?
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Come on, D.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The point after is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.